Airplane windows used to be square. Then planes started ripping apart in midair, and everyone aboard was lost. Investigators traced the disaster back to one tiny detail: the sharp corners of those square windows. That deadly mystery is why every window beside you today is round. Here's the story. Back in the early days of jet travel, the newest passenger planes had large, square windows. They looked sleek and modern. Passengers loved the big, clear view of the world below. But then something terrible happened. A few of these brand new jets suddenly broke apart in midair. There was no warning, no obvious cause. The planes simply came apart high above the ground. Investigators were baffled. The aircraft were new, well-built, and flown by skilled crews. So they took surviving planes apart and tested them over and over, searching for the flaw. And what they found pointed straight at those beautiful square windows. To understand why, you need to know what's happening to a plane as it climbs. High up, the air outside is thin, but the cabin is pumped full of pressure, so you can breathe. That means the inside is constantly pushing outward against the metal shell, like a balloon straining to expand. But that's not even the strangest part. Here's the key: that outward pressure has to flow around every window, and shape decides what happens next. On a round window, the force slides smoothly around the curve and spreads out evenly. But on a square window, all that stress piles up and concentrates right at the sharp corners. Those corners become weak points. With every flight, the pressure tugs at them again and again. Tiny cracks form. They grow a little each trip, invisible to the eye, until one day the metal gives way. That was the killer. The sharp corners of the square windows were silently tearing the planes apart. The fix was elegant and simple. Round off the corners. A curved window has no corner for stress to gather in. The force just glides around it, harmlessly. From that day on, every passenger plane was built with the rounded windows you see today. That single design change has helped keep millions of flights safe ever since. And here's one more secret hiding in your window right now. Look closely, and you'll spot a tiny hole near the bottom of the glass. That's not a flaw. That little breather hole balances the pressure between the window layers, so the outer pane takes the strain. It keeps your window strong and stops it from fogging up at the same time. Clever, isn't it? So those gentle curves and that tiny hole are quiet reminders that great design is often invisible. Window seat or aisle seat? Settle it in the comments, and subscribe to BrainBites for more.